Guys, I hope that everybody is doing well. Today, I wanted to share with you a little bit of motivation and encouragement from a quote that I've used in the past and things that I have thought about and that I've used in the past and that has helped me through challenging times. I'm currently going through some challenging moments, and I wanted to share with you some of the things that I think about on a routine basis whenever I'm going through some of these crucibles, if you will. You know, you might have some challenges in your life going on right now, either with school or work or marriage, maybe some family issues. You know, the list goes on. And my struggles are not the same as yours, but I think that we all can relate to, you know, some of the same encouraging and motivating thoughts throughout history. So the quote that I'm going to say to you guys is actually from a speech by Theodore Roosevelt in 1910 while he was in France. It's called "The Man in the Arena," and you might have heard of it. Maybe you've heard it before. That's great. It's a super impactful and powerful speech that he did give. And this, you know, is just a little clip of that, but it resonates today. You know, I know for me, I've used it time and time again, both as a dad, as a parent, as an employee, as a provider for my family, as somebody who wants to protect my family. You know, the speech is called, you know, it's about facing critics, and, you know, this can be your external critics or even your own internal critic, and basically how to face those and proceed boldly with those. And I think it's very valuable, and I want to share that with you here. So let's go ahead and quote that now. And the speech goes like this: "It is not the critic that counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of good deeds could have done them better. No, the credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls that know neither victory nor defeat." Of course, yeah, that just acknowledges more to the point of what Theodore Roosevelt was talking about in this speech. And having said that, let me actually throw this at you, that we can actually be grateful for our critics, that it actually can fuel that inner desire, whether it be an internal critic or an external critic, to achieve that next step. I think about self-doubt, anybody that's given not a second look as far as, you know, having the belief in achieving a goal, that for some people can just fire them up and just get them going. But if it weren't for that critic, that might not have ever happened. So that person may or may not have ever really fully realized their potential there. I think about things that we put ourselves into that kind of challenge that critic on a regular basis. And one of the first things I think of is something that you might voluntarily do, such as running a marathon. Throughout the whole thing, you know, you might be competing with others, but for some, myself included, I typically compete with myself. And a lot of that self-doubt, a lot of that lingering, you know, you can't do this, you can't do that sort of mentality. And the whole point and procedure is to overcome that and actually achieve it. And then once it's done, you just feel this overwhelming sense of accomplishment that might not have been there had you not had that self-doubt to begin with. So that's just one thought. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to this encouragement and motivation. I hope that it finds you well, and that I can give you a little strength going forward. I look forward to talking to you guys in the next one. Thanks. Bye.